See how percussive you can get with that triad? Okay, so my whole point in making these videos, like these playlists, I want you to have this as like a dictionary, a jumping off point. Grab the chart below. This is like, it's all about making music, right? It's being musical, your vibe, your style. So if you see this, the reason this is one of my favorites, this is number 10 out of 12. We got 2 more. Playlists linked at the end of this video. This is a 5-1 flat 3 or 5-13. It just means second inversion, okay? Now I made one additional chart, which we'll get to in a minute. I had to because I need you to make these connections, and you're gonna wanna have them, okay? Now, because we're on the A-D-G string set, here's just the technical stuff. We'll get this out of the way. That's how we organize the triads, by string sets and shapes. So, see how it's around the A, D, and G string, that red box, thanks to my friend Eddie, who does lurk here. I named it after him. He told me to put that. Okay, 5-1-3. Now, I could have put G, C, E flat. But my main thing is I want you to know where that root is. So, anywhere you move this shape, on this string set, you know you're playing a second inversion, and whatever the 1 is, that's the key you're in. So see how it really empowers you as a player. Now here's the other beautiful thing of this triad, okay? And we'll get to the fun part. Because it's in between the low E, the B, and the high E, you can get a very percussive thing going. Meaning, you can hit all the strings, okay? You see my thumbs wrapped over, and you're gonna see in a minute, you gotta have these light bulb moments, these connections. If I played the root, you guys have seen all the players that do the thumb over. Now, some of them are hitting that root. In this case, we're trying to emphasize the inversion. This sound right here. The reason we have so many different like chords, voices, and music is they're all different flavors. Think of a cook with, if all he had is salt in the kitchen, that's no good. Everything's gonna start to taste the same regardless of what the actual meal is, right? Same thing with guitar. Now, what I'm doing is this is more of a thinking like a drummer. Here's my new drum set, which I'm still learning. Videos on that soon. Think like a drummer. Every instrument is a drum set. So when I strike that triad shape, that's not sounding out, and I'm actually muting the B and high E. It's a very subtle, nuanced thing you'll get. So just get. So try and get some kind of percussive thing going and see if you could just get that 5-1-3 or that C minor triad to sound out. All right, let's go to the next chart. Here it is. Now, if you see it, it's also linked below. This is the musical part. This is the fun part. Now, I didn't color code the triad, but you see some orange and green colors, all right? The green is your full C minor bar chord, okay? There it is. We didn't even change our position, okay? You gotta see this stuff. Then you see the orange and green notes are the C minor pentatonic, okay? Because now we're like, okay, I know this triad. What can I do by myself, okay? Rhythmically, what can I do to create music? Now, here's your triad shape, okay? And you've got your pentatonic, and you've got your full bar chord. In this case, we're emphasizing that triad. We want that flavor, okay? So we're gonna do the thumb over, but you're gonna do some little licks in the pentatonic that's right there, okay? You could go back and forth between the full bar chord, C minor, to the triad shape. See that? Here's the cool part too. There's actually 3 triads that lie inside of just this one bar chord. You got this one, which we're working on today. You got this one, and you got this one. They're all C minor triads. They're different flavors, different inversions, different variations. Now, let's do this. Here's where theory helps. If you know what key we're in, yeah, it's C minor, but what's the relative major? It's E flat major, okay? So what we're gonna do is I want you to do a 5 chord. Check this out, okay? And then you're gonna create a little melodic riff out of the pentatonic scale on this chart. So you've got your first finger on the A string at the 6th fret. That is E flat, okay? And you're gonna bar on the D and G string on the 8th fret. That's basically just an E flat, it's an E flat 5 chord, okay? So no need to get too deep in that. Now, you're gonna play that, and you're gonna go from that into the triad that you learned on the first chart. Just go back and forth, it's simple. You gotta walk before you can run. Here we go. E flat to the triad. Rhythm is king. You can't fall apart rhythmically. So if you want to roll back, don't do something as percussive or rhythmic as that. Just do downstrokes like this. E flat, C minor, inverted triad. It's a mouthful. Here we go. Okay? Now, the reason I put the pentatonic there is if you want to go for the cherry on top, climb to the top of the mountain, throw in a little lick, like a lick there. Like, This is where you're kind of going from intermediate to more advanced stuff, okay? And if you're a total beginner, that's okay. I'm trying to kind of show you the road to where you're going to eventually head, so watch. Triad. Lick, see? Beatbox. Okay, now when you get your theory really down, you should really get one of these circle to fifth wheels. You can see every key. You could branch out even further and then we'll wrap this up, okay? You gotta burn these triad shapes in your brain because it leads to all these exciting areas. And when you play all by yourself, it's so fun. And then when you play with other musicians, it becomes even more fun. So, like, for example, if I just kind of take a bunch of bar chords, all rooted on the low E, I'll do every chord in the key of E flat, which is C minor. Watch, here's your E flat, bar chord, there's your root on the 11th fret, okay? I'm not gonna go too deep, just kind of watch, okay? I'll just kind of go backwards. Here's my C minor right there. I'm still rooting off. It's all bar chords where the root is on the low, okay? And then we have our 5 chord, E flat, our 4 chord, A flat. We got our minor 3, G minor. And then we've got F minor, a minor 2. And we can't do E flat down here because we're tuned to E. We gotta go back up here. So what could we do? Let's use that triad though. I'm gonna try and stick to the triad, the minor triad. So I'm gonna do a little groove right out of here like this. Let's do the 1 chord. Let's do the 5 chord, E flat. Let's do the minor 3. Now here's the beauty. You should have a moment right here. Ding, 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 light bulb. The light bulbs ding like that. You could actually do the G minor inverted triad right there. See that? I could do the full bar chord. I could do, remember I told you, you gotta see, oh, those shapes. Now I'm doing a G minor second. See? Because there's the root right there. That's why I'm doing this for you. Watch. Here's the triad. 5 chord. Minor 2. Again. 5 chord. Minor 3. Back to the triad. That was a little trickier, but I was just doing like one note rhythmic things out of the pentatonic. You could do it, start using your triad shapes to create solos. You could arpeggiate it, and then we'll wrap this up. You gotta get on your way, and you be you musically, and I'll be me. But together we will conquer. Here we go. Arpeggiate, let's do a little, like, think like a songwriter, always, because you're making music. Let's do this triad, let's arpeggiate it. We'll walk down, 5 chord, 4 chord, back to the triad, okay? Now I did do thumb over on that bar chord, but it makes it fun. Watch. See that? That's where you start putting melody, little melodic runs, and you don't lose the beat. You don't drop the rhythm. It's crazy. I'm learning these drums. I'm about 2 weeks in. I'll make you guys some videos, but it's all the same thing. Like, rhythm is rhythm. Rhythm is king. Rhythm is queen. Okay. Grab the chart linked below. The ebook has two minor triads. It's exactly the same. On page 2, it just, the 1 changes to a red R. Believe it or not, some people get confused. They don't know that the root, C in this case, is the R. Same thing, okay? We get lost in the semantics of music too, but this is why you want to learn it. And then grab the, noodle around with these pentatonics. If you want, just triad, pentatonic, like a triad, pentatonic, triad, percussive. Slow it down and we're out of here. All right, drop jellyfish or your favorite sea creature in the comments. And, you know, where are you watching from? What are you working on? Let's keep this thing rolling. You want to see me, I don't want to use the word suck on drums. I'm actually getting okay, but I'm going to start showing you how we're going to blend this together. Maybe we'll get some new blood on here, some drummers that want to be guitar players, or maybe you guys want to be drummers and we can collab and have fun. I will see you in the next video, only you can stop you, so don't stop. Don't stop yourself. Peace.